Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another FIFA 21 video where today I'm going to be sharing with you what is the best meta formation at the moment in FIFA 21. Now, everybody has a different formation that they prefer, a different one that they like, and ultimately, when it comes to FIFA, the skill of the player is far more important than the formation and the players that you're using. A really good player, someone who's just very good at FIFA, can make pretty much any formation work, whereas somebody who is maybe not as good relies on certain formations and certain players that will assist them. But today I'm going to be going through the formations and sharing with you which ones I think are very, very good and which ones that I would personally stay away from. Now, starting off, 4-2-3-1 is always a very, very reliable formation. This is always one of those formations that never lets you down. If you're struggling and you're kind of somebody who likes to jump between formations and you just can't seem to land on anything that sticks for you, 4-2-3-1 is a great place to try. 4-2-3-1 has got so many good options. It's really easy to play. It's very versatile in terms of you can play strikers as the wide cams. Like it suits a lot of styles of play. And it's difficult to play against. It's hard to break down. You know, it's very good if you're someone who likes to have lots of possession. If you like to play lots of quick tiki-taka passing, it's great for that. But it's just a very, very reliable formation. So I'd definitely say this is one to go for if you're someone who likes to chop and change with formations. Now, another top tier formation, in my opinion, is this 4-4-1-1. This is, I think, one of the best formations in the game for sure. This is absolutely one of the best formations. It's very, very underused. I don't see a lot of people use this formation, but for me, and this is why it works differently for different people, for me, I rate this as one of the best formations in the game, if not the best formation in the game. Every time I play in this formation, it's super, super good. It's super, super effective. Just going into my 4-4-1-1 setup that I actually have, my tactics set up like this, and it works really, really well. The fast build-up works super well with the super wide width. The only reason why I don't use this formation too much at the moment is because the players I have don't really suit it. You can see I have Frankie de Jong as a left mid, Messi's playing on the right. Like, it doesn't quite work too much. I have too many strikers. So at the moment, the personnel I have don't suit this formation, but overall this is a banging formation. You know, in terms of instructions, for those that want to know what instructions I play with, you can see the instructions: Kane and Llorente just on balance, the two strikers on stay central getting behind, the wide players on balance width getting behind, and the fullbacks are all on stay back while attacking, and then Van der Sar comes to crosses and sweeper keeper. But this is a super good formation, especially if you play it with the way I've got it set up, because it stretches your opponent's team and it makes it really easy to play through them. Because if somebody's really tight and really narrow, your team is going to pull them apart and make it really easy to play through those spaces with the fast build-up as well. And this formation is quite hard to break down. When you're not in possession, you know, that those two banks of four, it's hard to break down. There's not a lot of space between it. So unless your opponent's got like a really good cam, you know, like a team in the season, Bruno Fernandes, they're going to struggle because there's not a lot of space to work in. And they're going to have to play quick as well because they're not going to be able to have too much time in there before you tackle them. So this is one of the best formations in the game. I absolutely recommend trying this one. Now, another formation that I think is absolutely great is the 4-4-2. Now, I've never been someone who's massively got on well with the 4-4-2, but in this formation, for me personally, I think this formation is the best formation when using it to press. When you use this as constant pressure or press after possession loss or something like that, I think this is one of the best formations in the game, if not the best, because it's so difficult to play through. It seems to man-mark your players. This more than any other formation. You know, you use like a narrow formation, you try press after possession loss, it's easy. All you got to do is ping the ball out to the left or right back or the left or right mid, because you are playing a narrow formation, there's no one out there to get the ball. This formation is so hard to play against if somebody's pressing. So if you play press possession loss for this one, it's so hard to play against because there's just no space. There's no way, because your strikers move up to the centre backs, the left and right mids move up to the full backs, the midfielders move up to your DMs, and then your back four their back four covers your strikers. So you literally have no one free to pass the ball. So you end up just passing it straight to the opponent, which is why 4-4-2 is so effective when you use press possession loss or constant pressure. So this is a great formation to use. I wouldn't necessarily say this is a great formation to use from a meta standpoint, but if you want a formation to kind of press somebody last 10 minutes of the game, I think there's no better formation than this. Now, another formation that, as you guys know, for me is one of the most meta formations in the game, and it is the 4-2-2. This, for me, is the best formation, in my opinion. This suits the players I have. This suits the way that I like to play FIFA as well. I've used this formation pretty much all year in some capacity, and in my opinion, it is the best formation in the game. I just think that more people, I'm seeing more people are starting to use this formation as the year goes on, and I think that's because people are figuring out now that it is an absolutely amazing formation. It suits the meta quite well. If you're someone who likes to ping balls up the wing, if you're someone who likes to play a lot of through balls, if you're someone who likes to play really quick, this formation is great. You're able to play lots of fast play because you've got 2 DMs, which is great for protection. The 2 cams link up between the DMs, the strikers, and also the left and right backs if you like to get them involved. It's super effective at getting those guys involved in that regard. So it's a very good formation for all that. That's my tactics that I use for the 4-2-2. And in terms of instructions, the 2 strikers on stay central and stay forward at the moment. The 2 DMs, cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking. Aguero, Cruyff, both on free roam. And then the fullbacks are on balance. And that's really important, having the fullbacks on balance, because the 2 cams like to drift inside, which means my wingers have a lot more space, and it just makes it really, really easy to create opportunities. Every now and again, yeah, you do get countered from time to time, but in terms of scoring goals, I don't think there's really many better formations than this one. So I'd absolutely say that this one and probably the 4-4-1-1, I would say, in my opinion, are the best 2 formations in the game. And in terms of another brilliant formation, yes, it's a 5-back formation. I know the 5-back formations do get a lot of hate, but I think this 5-2-1-2 is a super formation. If you're someone who likes to play a 5-back, but you like to play a 5-back in an aggressive way, this is a great formation to choose. I think of all the 5-back formations, I know a lot of people will go for the 5-3-2 if they're playing 5-back, but I think the 5-2-1-2, in my opinion, is the best of the 5-back formations, because for me, and the way I like to play, I need that cam. The difference between the 5-3-2, 5-2-1-2 is instead of 3 flat midfielders, one of those flat midfielders becomes a cam. And I think that's really important because it's then much easier to link the ball to your striker. If you're someone who likes to play a lot of counter-attacking FIFA, then yeah, having the 5-3-2 would be better because you can just leave the 2 strikers up top and get forwards. But if you're someone who likes to actually play possession, or you like to actually, if you are someone who wants to actually play football with the 5-back formation, the 5-2-1-2 is far better because you're going to be able to link up between the cam and the strikers much easier. You're not just planning on whacking balls through the middle of your opponent's defense with your 2 strikers. So I think this 5-2-1-2 is a brilliant formation and the best of the 5-back formations. And then none of the 3-backs are really super popular. So I think if I was summing this video up, what is the best meta formation? For me personally, it is the 4-2-2 or the 4-4-1-1. In my opinion, I think they're the 2 formations that I get on best with. They're the 2 formations that I think are the best at the moment. And you've seen the instructions and the tactics that we use for those formations. They're the 2 formations that I use the most and what I think are the best formations in the game right now. But that is it for today's video, guys. So make sure you drop a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. And if you do want to try out our tactics for those 2 formations, make sure you let me know how they go for you in the comment section down below. Make sure you do subscribe as well if you are new to the channel. The content may begin to start slowing down now in terms of releases as we get closer to the end of the FIFA cycle. So we may drop to maybe just 1 or 2 videos a week. Hopefully you guys can appreciate that. But if you do enjoy the content, do subscribe. Make sure you do drop a thumbs up as well. Do join the Discord down below if you are interested in that. But that is all for today, guys. Have an awesome day. I'm out.